Hello, my little tiddlywinks, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Prison Architect. Guess what? I've added more mods, because I've gone crazy with power. So in the, I went through, started looking for some new mods. Still haven't added all of them, but, I tried to pick out, looking through, like, the top rated ones, the most favorited kind of ones that Steam had. I added a few more. There's a few. Haven't added this Christmas one. I'm probably eventually going to do a special magical Christmas episode, even though it's not near Christmas, but I'm going to do one just for the hell of it, because this mod looks pretty fun. Now, I went and added a whole bunch of them. This one in particular is a cool one. It's just floor textures. It's got 16 more. We'll play with that a little bit. Small road gates, so it's just one lane's worth of gate. These look a lot of fun, these warp tiles, where you can make prisoners go too fast for the game to handle. This mod, the DJ's callouts mod, looks really neat. You're able to actually call in, instead of just, what was it, fire, emergency medical guys, and the riot police. Now you can call in more like military soldiers, work crews, cleanup crews, medical support teams. So you can call in more groups to do some more particular things, which will be really neat. So that's why I added that. I've also added in the real-time basketball. I haven't been able to get it to work yet, but now it seems to be working. So we'll try that out here eventually. The electric radiator, so no need to run hot water anymore. So yeah, this will make it a little bit easier, but it won't be that big of a change. This one I've wanted for a long time now. I didn't realize how cool of an idea this was. And I'll talk a little bit more about this once we get to it, but essentially what you can do is run a room under a door. So this will be really interesting, and I'll show you in a little bit. Some other things, outhouses. It's a simple mod, but pretty nice, in all honesty. So, but I guess this adds 2 types of toilets to the game. So you can place toilets throughout the prison to help satisfy their needs. So it's not just, a toilet bowl. These ones you can actually put outside, which is nice. The second one is an actual bathroom stall. So you can actually place that indoors in a public area where they can actually go in, place next to the wall, and they'll link together seamlessly, blah, blah, blah. So you can actually have a legitimate bathroom. Something else that I added just for the fun of it is easy execution. It's literally a plate that you can place anywhere, and if an inmate walks over it, they're instantly killed. That one's an interesting one. That one, it's more just for the fun of it. Roadworks. This one looks like a crazy cool update. An absolutely incredible one, where you can build a bigger road, which I've kind of screwed that up now, because I went and built this little road over here, with the gates and stuff, but we can extend that and make it nice and pretty. But they've enabled it so you can have roads specific to certain things. So you could have a road just for deliveries, you can have a road just for prison, like the new prisoner intake. You can have one just for emergency personnel. So there's no more clog-ups. You might have seen sometimes when I'm building things, there'll be 20 trucks crammed in here and they can't get through. So we're going to play with that a little bit too at some point. And I think for the most part, all the other ones, we tried the blast door. I have some ideas that I want to try with it. We'll get to that eventually. We've done the recycling. Love that one. Super cool. That Greater Reform mod, that one's probably, out of all of these, one of my favorites. Just because it gave you all of those new grants, it gave you the rooms, it gave you prison labor things, all those. It was nice. I really like this one. I haven't played with the sink yet. Just because I didn't... Yeah, you've seen pretty much every prison cell usually has the toilet and the sink. I don't know. There just wasn't much of a need, and they don't really ever... I don't know. We'll see. We'll add this. We'll make something here in a bit. I have played with the evacuation. We're going to talk about that in just a second, so don't worry. The big thing to pay attention to is right here. permanent points are in the object menu. The evacuation alarm, which is the important part here, is under the utility. And the temporary points are under the staff menu. So we will talk about that in just a second here. Played with the office chair, super amazing, love it to death. The road sensor, super cool. It's, you know, enabled us to gate off that section. The garden mod, super amazing. Computer mods, really cool. They lots of fun that they're having in there now. Consuelo the janitor, the best thing ever. Those cameras with an actual damn arrow, super great. Being able to tell what your prisoners can actually, you know, need, that one's been helpful. This grants mod, this added us some more of those grants in, just as things to, you know, work on, like, you know, that's what a lot of the grants were designed for, was to help guide you on what to do for your prison, so that your prisoners were healthy, happy, you know, not fighting and all that. Like this one, Smelly Socks grant, it's really just to get you to build laundry, that's all. Maybe at some point I'm going to come back and try and do this Chad's Drink mod. It seemed really cool, I love the idea, I want to put it in. We kind of showcased this one in the first episode. It was really cool. You could see here's what all the different characters did. They're working on other ones though. The last date of this one was from 2015, so I don't know if they're really going to do any more than they already have, so we'll see. And like I said, we're going to do that Christmas mod at some point, maybe 2-3 episodes from now. But for right now, the most important thing I want to show you is the evacuation mod. So, like it said in there, the first thing you need to do is under objects, and now I have a lot of objects because I've added a lot of mods here, so bear with me. You can see that there are these here, these little target symbols. Each of these will do something different, like a general evacuation point is for everyone. The staff evacuation point will only do the staff, so only your, you know, your cooks, your cleaners, all of that. Oop, got an autosave. There we go. You can do a prisoner evacuation point. I don't know if this one works. That's what I put right here. We'll see if it actually functions correctly. The guard evacuation point will evacuate, obviously, the guards. The emergency staff will do the stuff from the emergencies tab here. And bureaucracy evacuation point, that's going to be all of your, you know, oh gosh, all your guys that need offices and whatnot. What are these complaining about? The chair? Uh-oh, so it looks like I've broken something. Huh. Okay, let me just go ahead and put some chairs in, I guess. Yeah, so that's the problem with some of the mods. When you alter certain mods, you end up messing things up. More than I would like. And I'm not experienced with mods, so you'll have to forgive me that, you know, some of these aren't working so far, and, you know, that whole idea. So anyway, that should fix most of their problems, I think. Oh, these guys want one. You can have one. So yeah, all it is I went and messed up the office chair mod, which something else is taking precedence. And you saw on that list, you can move things up and down in that mods list. Any hoozles. So what was I talking about? Objects. Cute little target things. And then there's a visitor evacuation as well, so don't forget that one. So yeah, so those are the different points you can put. And I put one right here. That one should be the prisoners. And then over here, just as a spot to put them, I went ahead and put one for, I believe this is the visitors one of these is for the bureaucrats, and one of these for staff. Now the other thing that you need to do is under the utilities button, you have evacuation alarms. They work in a 15 by 15 zone. So what I've done, it's be kind of hard to see, is right here, there's an evacuation alarm. They're the same sprite or whatever for the shower heads, so you'll have to just remember, but they only place in the wall. You can't put them in the room. They actually have to be on the wall, which kind of makes sense. Then what you have to do is connect them to something. So I've gone ahead and I've put one here by my kitchen and all the other kitchens, because pretty much the only place, at least that I know of, that fires happen is near power stations and kitchens, which I've centralized them into, you know, one spot together. So, you know, that's a good plan, right? And what I did was over here, I went and built a power switch. And I'll hit connect just so you can see that these have connected to each of these. So, like I said, in the kitchens, I've gone ahead and put an alarm. So all 5 of our kitchens, because this one's all derpy. I'm just going to go ahead and connect that one up just to make sure. Oh, look at all these tunnels! Ugh. Just so you know, utilities is a great way to see where all your tunnels are. Oh wow, we have a lot of materials now. So yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second. Let me remove these tunnels real quick, right? Now, say that there's a fire going on. Maybe over here it started a fire. What you can do is, you know, pause the game or whatever. But right now my power switch is off, and in a second it's gonna get really loud, and we'll see. So I probably won't be able to talk and have you guys all hear me, but here we go. We're gonna switch it on. We're gonna watch what happens. The prisoners, this is gonna be a problem, I think, but the staff will move. You'll see them start zipping away in just a second. So here we go. All right. So see, there's the alarm. You can see our cooks are booking out of here. Our prisoners are trying to, but it doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to. I think. Super loud. So these guys are trying to leave. Right now, it's a problem, because they don't have keys to these doors, and all of the guards are trying to leave too, so they won't come in a 15 by 15 space here. So let me switch this off real quick before it drives me nuts. So switch off. There we go. So as long as those alarms are going off, they will continue to try and get to those points. So what I'm going to do, real quick, is... Oops, no. I want the actual door. Let's lock them open. Just for a second, for the hell of it. You know. At least on this bottom half. And we're going to have to wait for our cooks to come back. I think they have to go to that evacuation point first. So you're going to see they're going to run all the way over. But you can see it's working. You know, in theory. So let's go ahead and let's bump that speed up so we're not sitting here for 30 minutes. So yeah, they're all running to their evacuation point, which doesn't need to be this far away. I just did it to see if they would actually do it. But you can see this is their evacuation point. They are all coming to this little spot, that staff evacuation point, before returning. If there were still sirens going off, they will continue to try and come here. So if I were to put the sirens in over here, which you would have to do, as long as that siren was on, they would continue to keep trying to run. So yeah, it works. But like it said, the prisoner one doesn't quite work right. It's got some problems where they're trying, especially if they're sleeping. At least the one time I tried it while I was trying to get this to work, it caused some problems because they couldn't get out of their cells. They don't have the ability to. So I think if you're going to do the evacuation mod, what you would want to do is add in a way to open all the doors. So all of them would need to have servos. And then, I don't know, I suppose you could build... I'm trying to think of this, how would you do that? I would say you'd probably have to build a door control timer and connect it to every one of your door servos, which would be obnoxious. But then I think these need to be powered. Yes, so they need to have power. So what I would do is put a power switch between it and the door timer and turn it off and set the door timers to always be open. So I might try that in a minute here, just to show you an example. There's probably easier ways that I don't know about, but... Yeah. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna do some work here for just a minute, and I'm gonna make something that'll be super duper cool. Okay, I promise it'll be really neat. Alright? So welcome back, my little tiddlywinks. So, here's what I've done. I built this fancy system. It's a power switch with, if you look, some electrical underneath it, which goes to a door timer. That door timer is set to everything open all the time. There's no power to it, so it won't activate. This power switch is off, but it is connected to the alarms just down here. I've connected all of these door servos to that door timer, and I've connected all the alarms, at least this one and I think this one, are connected. I also went ahead and I put an alarm right here, and I went and put a general evacuation point here, just because I don't think this one works correctly. I haven't, in the quick test I did, the prisoners did not go there. They just kind of ran. I also put an alarm over here, and I've connected all of those to that power switch. So while these guys are still asleep, which means they're all locked up in their rooms right now, and these doors are all locked, these guys are working, if I hit this on, turns on the alarms, and as you can see, all these doors in this area just open, and they are leaving. So the prisoners are not going, though. So you can see they're trying to, though. They jump to the side there for a second. I think this is bugged when they are sleeping, but you can see all of our staff that were in that area, all these cooks, are heading over here, and they're staying in this area. They will continuously keep going back to that. I'm going to turn that off. Oh my gosh, that is so loud. Oh, there we go. So yeah, until that alarm goes off, or gets turned off, they will continue to keep staying in this spot. So yeah, so that's a great and okay way to do this. It's not the best. I don't know an easy way to unlock all the doors at once. I know lockdown closes the doors, but I don't know any to automatically open doors other than this system idea right here. This just, you know, door timer, but you can see I had to do 14 connections just for that, and that was just for this small section here. We have 305 cells that you would have to do that, and every one of these doors in between. So all of these doors you would need to do. So this would not be easy to do, but something probably worth setting up, at least for the area right around your kitchens and your power stations, as, you know, if there's a fire, you can get everybody to get the hell out of there. Yeah, I would say that'd be the best thing to do. But apparently it does not work correctly when they're sleeping, so yeah, don't try it when they're sleeping, I guess. Anyhoozles, so yeah, so that's really neat. I like that mod, I like the idea, I love the fact to be able to, you know, call in people, or get people to leave a certain area, because even if there's a fire, your cooks will continue to try and work, and they will just sit there in the fire and die, and all of your prisoners will sit there in the fire and die, and then you have 30 deaths, and you're sad. But that was a simple way to just set that up real quick, with just a very simple little old-school Minecraft style, you know, redstone connection system like this. At least that's how I viewed it, and that was the only way I could really think to do it. But I'm also noticing something weird. We have 45 staff members are exhausted. That's interesting. So there might be something derping up right now that is making the staff rooms not work? No, they're resting, I guess. They're just really tired for some reason. Alright, so I'm not sure I'm doing on time here, but let's try and do some of the other mods. So let's look on our list. What's another mod we haven't played with? So, floor textures. So there's a whole bunch of new floor textures that we didn't look at. Close out, close out. So if you go into materials, we now see we have a huge amount of these. This used to be a pretty small list. We now have more roads. That will be from the road mod, I'm assuming. We'll play with that in a bit. I'm not going to do that right now. But you can see we've got... Let's go ahead and... let's put it all right here. So... brick wall perimeter, so concrete tile. Let's add a little string of that. Put some crazy paving. Some light gray carpet. Oh, so these are just going to be colors. So I'm not going to do all these different colors. Maybe we'll just throw some orange down for the hell of it. We actually have kitchen tiles now? Okay, I might have to put those in here in the near future. Like I said, these are all colors. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Let's go ahead and put down 5 of that dark wood, though. Oh, and that's a basketball, so that'll be something different. And these are the warp tiles. So I just want to see, like, look at how nice those look. So those are the concrete tiles. They look great. Even that crazy paving is really nice. That would look so much better than these. Probably actually going to do that and go ahead and replace, like, this. These kitchen tiles look a little bit better than, you know what, these white tiles we were using. This wood actually looks a little bit more like, you know, wood. This is okay, but I think this would actually look better. What was this one? That was light gray carpet. That's some orange carpet. Yeah, the carpets look nice. I mean, putting that in some of those rooms would be really cool. So yeah, I might actually have to play with this a little bit, you know, on my own time here in a little bit. Get myself another book page, coolio. Yeah, and just change out some like these outdoor paths to one of these 2 types. Maybe change out all the wood to this kind. Get that in the kitchens. I think that'll look really nice. I mean, not that these aren't, you know, bad, but I don't know. I think this path here should be a little bit different. These paths, I would probably leave this way. But I think the other paths, like over here, I'd probably like to change that up. One of these 2. Maybe this one. Just yeah. Okay, so that was that mod. Let's look at the rest of our list here. Extras. Mods. So I'm not going to play with the warp tiles right now. Okay, we'll do this one, and then maybe the real-time basketball. Just probably for this episode, maybe. So let's look at DJ callout. So this basically just allows you to add, or call in, come on, more stuff under the emergencies. So you can see here, we got a whole bunch more people now. You can call in 4 fire engines. I think it used to only be 2. You can get 6 riot police, which was double what we could before, and the same with the paramedics. You could only get 2. But now you can also get, autosave. You can now also get some guard reinforcements. You can call in canine units, armed reinforcements, military. But you can see they all come with a cost. So, you know, something like the military personnel, they're probably going to be heavily armored, really, you know, ready to go. But they cost you $1,000 just to call them in. But that's 6 soldiers. You can call in your doctors, repair crews, cleanup crews. So if you have a big riot going on, it would be worth calling in a bunch of paramedics and the medic teams and repair crews and cleanup crews to deal with all the mess, but also have things like maybe some military, some armed guards, canine units, you know, just to fill in what you need. So yeah, it'd be actually really worth having this mod, but the only big downfall is they're going to take up your road. So this is where the roads mod would be really, really, really important, because each of these would come with a truck. Like, if I were to call in 4 fire engines right now, you could see these guys all come in. Come on, there we go. And they're all going to sit here. Oh, and they're going to come in here for some reason. But you can see that there is all of these guys. And then we call in the riot police. Bring them in. And I think all of your emergency stuff will come down this road. I think that's how it works. But you can see, I don't know if these guys can even get off. Okay, they can. But if we had any more vehicles than this, really, we'd be screwed. So I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Send them on their way. I don't know where they're going, but they're walking apparently. Okay. Have fun, guys. But yeah, and the vehicles back here cannot leave until these ones leave. So it's really important to pay attention to. So I would definitely, you know, make sure to get that roads mod, and we'll play with that in a bit. Maybe not this episode. I think maybe even a whole episode will be dedicated just to that mod. So yeah, we'll get back to that. In the meantime, what I want to play with, really quick, if I can find it. Oh, there's so many objects now, though. Alright, is it under here? Okay, so there's basketball lockers, laundry bag. Okay. Is there one under here now? Okay, so there's basketball training and basketball league. So let's go ahead and do this. Oops. So let's get that basketball training. It needs to be 8 by 10. We'll put that... Let's put it right here for now. So 8 by 10. And then we're going to want the basketball league, which will have to be 16 by 10. Boop. Okay. So, what do we need for this? We need center circle and basketball court. Are those not under... Oh, those actually might be under utilities, if I remember right. Maybe? No, I lied. Was it material? I think it was under materials? I thought I saw it. Yeah, basketball laminate floor. So it's showing up red, but I think we can put this down? No, there's no way. That can't be right. Do we actually have to make this an indoor space? Okay, let's go ahead and to there. And then we will go ahead and put a door on that. Objects. We'll put a normal door. Okay, here's the basketball stuff. So, like this one said, it needs the center circle. Center circle. Okay. Oh, there is like all sorts of objects that might go with this. So, center circle. I don't see a center circle in there. This must be a little bit more complex than I'm thinking. Oh boy. It's not over here. Let's shrink this down. Show me just what I need for this room. Okay, so full court, left side, right side, and center. So, okay, finish. Come on, build the room. So, I don't know nothing about basketball, guys. I'm gonna have to apologize here, but I think what you can do. These look the same. I don't know if that's what we needed. Scoreboards? Oh, that's cool. Scoreboard half. Oh, it's cute. Okay. The bulbs. I'm gonna put one of those in each of these. I don't know if that'll work. Drain some power. So I have to apologize. Is there somebody trying to escape again? Why are you guys being jerks here? Just want to add basketball. So this might be something that I'm going to have to play with for a few minutes. Just because I have no idea what I'm doing. But this should be floored, I guess. Let me come back, and I'm going to figure this out, alright? BRBs. Alright, guys. So, trying to do some work on it, but I just looked at the time and how long I've been recording, and, yeah. I need to end it there, because this has been a long episode, but I think we came out with some really neat, mod concepts with that evacuation thing. We played a little bit with this stuff. You know, we didn't do too much, but I think it was really neat. That evacuation mod really made me happy. Loved it, actually. I just wish the prisoner issue was there, or if the mod automatically would open the doors for you. I know that's a lot to ask for, but you can see you can do the connections. It just takes forever. But anywho's, I think that's going to be it for right now. I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see more crazy prison modded fun. And have a wonderful day, guys. But remember, stay in trouble. Bye-byes!